selling stuff for the sake of making money. How does this benefit their fans? Do better! Do better!
Yeah, so if you didn't know, three big YouTubers being Logan Paul, who likes to film dead bodies and make severe lapses in his judgment. KSI, who, I mean, he was fine. He was just kind of alright. He didn't have any drama associated with him until now. And Mr. Beast, who, yeah, if you know, you know. They made a Lunchables dupe. I mean, they call it a competitor, but it's really a dupe. It's just a copy of Lunchables with their branding on it. It's basically Lunchables, but they have a small prime drink and like a Mr. Beast chocolate bar, but not a chocolate bar, like, you know, small bar. And a YouTuber Dan TDM, like a huge Minecraft YouTuber who basically does content for kids, he was never involved in any drama. He basically said stuff like, "What happened to YouTubers? This is just selling stuff for selling stuff." Basically, selling garbage product to children to make them even more fat, like, you know, God bless America. Yeah, so after then TDM made one single tweet, both Logan Paul and KSI responded to it. Now let's look at their response. "I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build business. We don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead. But when we create a better version, you're upset. Then don't eat it." Yeah, this response is horrible in a lot of ways. First of all, the argument, if you don't like it, don't buy it, that's not really a valid argument. It's just like an argument when you don't have an argument. Also, that's a very hypocritical response because Prime was also under the investigation for containing lead, so yeah. He made like so many responses to just random people because he's so butthurt that Dantity made one tweet. He won with only making one tweet. Like, Logan and KSI are just arguing with a brick wall at this point. Like, sodium getting rebranded as electrolytes will be taught in marketing textbooks one day. Crazy how even a sports medicine doctor can tell the difference between sodium and potassium. Yeah, I mean, who cares? Potassium is not very helpful, you can research it. But now let's look at KSI's response. Okay, this is actually kind of funny. What happened to YouTubers, man? He basically copies then TDM because Marcus Brownie launched like a wallpaper app that is like $50 a year. Like, that's a whole nother conversation, but that's pretty funny. But he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored and promoted and made a whole video on Munchpack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Yeah, this is an embarrassing response because turns out he made this on his like third channel or whatever a few years ago. Then he made fun of his toys, which is not food, you know, it's not dangerous to children. Yeah, their responses are very bad on Twitter, but now let's look at their YouTube responses. Yeah, so KSI made a video called Everybody Hates Us. And then Logan Paul, he was too lazy to make his own response, so he just reacted to the response of his best friend. So now let's look at it.
It's any second now.
What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything.
Is he about to have a mental breakdown? Look at his face, he looks so nervous. But if he T, then a W, you know, 1W Logan Paul earned from me, like I'm a drink tea too. 1 second. Yeah, now we can continue.
Anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. How does this benefit them?
I think he's really having a mental breakdown.
Imagine being a motherfucker who's angry that we made this. Crackers, bro? You mad cause we made crackers? This is what you're mad about? Bruh.
And you are mad because he made one tweet and you're still arguing with him like he has not reacted to any of your stuff, any of your responses, any of your videos. He just made one single tweet and forgot about it, and you're still so butthurt. Then you're making like responses on responses on responses. And again, Logan really likes to make those non-existent arguments that make him look like he's on top, like he doesn't care, you know, like I don't give a shit, you're mad about Cracker Lamau. But he just pretends to not understand the point. Like he gets it. He gets why everyone is angry. I think, like he is a smart guy because he scams people. You have to be pretty smart to scam people usually.
Cheese and cracker stack. And by the way, it's great.
Yeah, so about the real cheese thing. That's like the one argument they keep clinging on to because their competitor Lunchables doesn't actually have real cheese. It's called the cheese product because it's not real enough. So they are legally required to call it a cheese product. But that's also very hypocritical of them because Mr. Beast's Feastables were also under the investigation that they are not actual chocolate. That they're not like allowed to be called chocolate because it's not real enough. So yeah, and they're still claiming this to be a healthier alternative. By the way, like 9 grams of protein. That's nothing. That's nothing. 400 milligrams of electrolytes. You don't need this shit. You don't need potassium. You get enough of it every day. And let me tell you, let me let you in a little secret. Protein is doing nothing if you're not exercising, if you're not living an active life, if you're not going to the gym or just walking a lot, if you're just sitting on your ass watching KSI and Logan Paul, the protein is not going to do anything to you. Like, extra protein is needed to build muscle. Like, if I could just sit on my ass and just drink protein shakes and eat protein bars and get muscles magically out of it, I would do it. I wouldn't drag my ass to the gym if I could just eat all of that stuff and become naturally buff. Like, again, children won't understand this. They like see, oh, electrolytes. That sounds cool.
Where's the same energy when Ryan Trahan released Sweets? Where was the same energy when FaZe Rogue released Sweets?
Hey, that is true. I don't remember anyone having a problem with Ryan or Rose.
Joyride. I don't know about this guy, the one who, the one who's standing in front of a Walmart. I don't know who that is, but I heard that his Joyride is a lot healthier. It's like a healthier, like an actual healthy alternative because YouTubers like Kyle Kruger, shout out, reviewed Joyride has openly said that it tastes a little bit worse because it's real. It tastes like real food. I never tried it, but a lot of people say it tastes like real fruits and vegetables. And he's not essentially like, he's not lying to you. He's not promoting like 400 milligrams of electrolytes and whole 9 grams of protein. He's saying this is just a little bit healthier than your average candy strips or whatever it's called. And no, again, God bless America.
People just hate us.
Yeah, maybe they hate you because you were filming dead bodies in Japan. Yeah. And KSI is like your partner in crime. He's scamming people together with you, I guess. Again, I don't really have anything against KSI besides his terrible responses. He hasn't done anything, at least that we know of. Like, mark your calendars. Next month is gonna be KSI exposed for this.
That hate really is just a feeling of one's own inadequacy.
Yeah, bro, really pulled out like ChatGPT or, his own legal team to write this one sentence for him because he would definitely not think of this.
Twitter is just a cesspool of the most depressed people on this earth.
Hey, that is so true. Twitter sucks. I'm not kidding. Probably one of the worst places.
Yeah, actually true. Throughout this whole controversy, Logan Paul has done two things right. First of all, he drank tea, presumably. I think that's tea. So yeah, that's great. And second, he understands what Twitter is. I don't like, yeah. Lunchables has 12 gram of protein. Lunchly has 13. One more. Guys, you get 1 more gram of protein. So great.
Can't believe it. It's like there are so many forces working against us to make sure we don't win, which is why we're gonna work that much harder to make sure we do win.
Yeah, they're fighting against Thanos here, I guess.
Just a group of haters who somehow have the ability to comment on whether or not things are true.
Yeah, it's all haters, man. True haters.
She's just making a company where I make a product that is better than the competition.
I think you're not making a product that's better than the competition. Look, it might be like 1% better. Again, you get a whole gram of protein more. But you're making a separate option. Now some kids may eat Lunchly, some kids may eat Lunchables, and maybe healthy kids that were healthy before will now eat Lunchly because you're their favorite YouTuber. It's an alternative that is healthier by like 1%, and you're just making the market bigger and probably making more people eat unhealthy food. So yeah.
Because I lift an eyebrow.
Yeah, you stole that from The Rock, but who cares, I guess. Yeah, the rest of the video, he's just going to war with a brick wall again. He's explaining how he could put a bunch of fruits into lunch, but he wouldn't eat it himself. But would you really eat a 300-calorie meal? Like, look at you, you were a wrestler. You wouldn't eat like 3 crackers for lunch. That's so small. Like, that's so incredibly small. Like, in conclusion, if you're a parent watching this, which I don't know, like I got one comment of like a dad buying his son a PS5 Pro, so I guess parents watch me, I guess. So yeah, if you're a parent, don't buy this shit. Don't buy either Lunchables or Lunchly. Just take like 20 minutes out of your day to make a nice meal for your kid that they will enjoy. Don't buy this shit. Don't listen to these guys. They're just scammers. I mean, they may have made. Can't even say it with a straight face anymore. Like I've overdone this joke. So yeah, subscribe if you don't want to make a severe lapse in my judgment.